Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to focus on removing the washed out colors and blurry look that Call of Duty games typically struggle with, and this doesn't require the NVIDIA filters which typically butcher your FPS. Alright everybody, so let's head over to the settings and dive right into it. Go down to graphics, and then click display. Now you're going to scroll down until you see display gamma. You'll see here by default yours might be set to 2.2, just select 2.4. Then click quality. Here you're going to see upscaling and sharpening. I would recommend setting this to effects CAS, click show more, and then this is where you can adjust the strength of that. It's literally just a sharpening filter. I personally put it at 100 because I found that 50 wasn't strong enough, but you can just hop into a private match and adjust it and see how you feel. Then anti-aliasing here, I would recommend setting it to SMAAT2X and quality set to low. Okay, now after that, we're actually going to head down to the very bottom. You're going to see depth of field, world motion blur, weapon motion blur, and film grain. Turn them off and set film grain to 0. Then you're going to head up to view. And now you're going to want to make sure your ADS field of view is set to affected. Your weapon field of view, I recommend setting it to wide, but that's going to be up to you. If you set it to wide, it makes the weapon a little smaller, gives you a little bit more screen space. Then you're going to see camera here. First person and third person, I recommend setting to least at 50%. It just lowers the amount of screen shake when you're running around. Alright, so that's everything we're going to do in game. So now we're going to head over to the desktop and I'm going to show you the program VibranceGUI. I'm going to show you where to download it and how to set it up. It'll take maybe 2 minutes tops and you'll be good to go. I would recommend keeping your game open and just minimizing it for this because you will need the game open just to set it up. Okay, so we're going to head to VibranceGUI.com and click download for desktop. You're going to see it downloads a zip file, just extract that wherever you'd like. It'll be a single file that you run, which will look like this. Before we show you the setup, I'm showing you the task manager here. You're looking at 0% CPU usage and 11.7 megabytes of RAM being used. That's essentially nothing. If you try and use the NVIDIA filters, you're looking at 25 to 50 FPS loss depending on how many filters you have set up. That's awful. Now with this, again, you're not looking at an FPS loss. Okay, so now let's do the setup. I have auto start set up for me because I just prefer it runs in the background when I boot Windows. Again, with how little it uses, there's no reason not to. I have it set to affect the primary monitor only because I do have multiple monitors, and when you run this, if you don't have that checked, it'll end up adding vibrance to all of the monitors as you have a game running. And while that won't affect your performance, it might be a little distracting. And then you have here never change resolutions. Make sure you check this as well, and you'll see why in a second. I mentioned earlier to keep your Call of Duty running. The reason being is it requires the game running to add it. You can add manually, which won't require the game running, but this makes it much simpler. You can see I already had to add it here. I'll remove that, click add, Call of Duty's running right there, double click. Now we have the in-game vibrance level. I personally set this to around 70-75%, then just click save, click the minimize, you're done. That's all there is to it. So if you end up with a before and after image or a video, feel free to tag me on Twitter or post it in the Discord. I'd love to see the improvements that it made for you guys. Otherwise, feel free to let me know in the comments section how everything worked out for you, or if you have any other recommendations out there that I could take a look at. Personally, I think this is going to be the best option, but you never know, things always change. Alright guys, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate all the support. Have a great day and stay tuned because I have a lot more videos coming out shortly. Take care.